Hello and welcome, Aquarius. This is your February weekly reading. I want you to know, though, whenever you find this reading is the right time for you, because time and energy is fluid. And when I pray and pre-shuffle, my intentions are set on this reading to provide messages, guidance, or advice for whoever finds this reading and whenever they find it. Now, I am going to be laying down a 10-card Celtic cross spread. I will be talking about these energies in a general way and not gender specific, so you can see as a collective how these energies might be playing into your life, and therefore take the guidance, messages, and advice that I can give you with this reading to work in your benefit. Now, this is not a one-on-one. If you would like one, my information is below, and I would love it if there's anything that resonates in this reading that you can hit the like button, share, or comment, as that does help me reach more people. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Let's see, what else do I have? If you have a question, Aquarius, stay to the end. I will be pulling you an answer with this little answer deck here for your question. Okay, so being that this is a general reading, this might be something that's already happened, something that is happening now, or something that may be happening in your near future. We are going to get started here with the overall energy, the bottom of the deck, energy. And we have one of the best cards of the deck. This is card 19, the Sun. Okay, so we are just coming out of Venus going direct, out of retrograde. And this week we have Mercury starting to go direct also. This Sun card has been coming up a lot today in different decks too, Aquarius. So don't think I'm using the same deck here. This Sun is saying, okay, has everybody done their work? Has everybody done the review and the reflection and letting go of what doesn't serve them so they can create what is more aligned, more evolving towards their soul purpose? This Sun card is happy, joy, freedom. It trumps every other card in the deck. It is such a exclamation mark of whatever this reading is going to denote for us. So let's go ahead and get started. We are looking at the situation of this reading has to do with the Two of Swords. This is air energy. This is Aquarius energy here, the swords. We are looking at a decision. We are looking at not being able to see clearly. You could see she has a blindfold on. She's keeping those swords close to her heart, guarded, okay? This decision needs to be made. Maybe you're at a jumping point, Aquarius. What I have got to say about the advice with this card, if this is where you're at with making a choice or those dualities, is to get heart-centered. You could see this moon atop and the water in the background. And with making this choice, I want you to get heart-centered. I want you to go in and imagine like the moonlight in a dark sky lights up the earth to see things that otherwise wouldn't be seen without the moonlight. Think of it that way to get that heart center to make the right decision, okay? Don't be stuck in your head, allow it to come down emotionally to your heart center, okay? That's your advice with the situation of this reading. Now, what is crossing this is the Nine of Wands, and this is about you keeping and maintaining boundaries, being persistent about that, okay? Which makes perfect sense with making this choice. It's almost like all the other distractions and noise have to be put on hold, but it doesn't mean you're putting your boundaries down. You're still keeping somewhat of an open eye to keep yourself protected as you are making this decision. But like I said, get that heart center to make the right choice so you could go forward in a fruitful kind of way for your life. Now, what we have that leads up to this reading is the Ace of Pentacles. So this was in the near past, a new beginning being offered or something to be considered that has to do with job, career, home life, possibly, things in your physical reality. Okay, maybe something with your health. You will know how this fits in. So maybe this is where that question or that choice needs to make that you are at the situation of this reading with. Now, in your near future, we have some more air energy. This is the Eight of Swords. And we're looking at like a self-imposed imprisonment, okay? An isolation, a feeling of being stuck and paralyzed. And just like with the situation of this reading, having this Two of Swords, you know, we need some advice around this. And what I'm going to tell you, if in the near future it all becomes so overwhelming that you feel stuck, Aquarius, I want you to imagine all 8 of these swords as the big picture of what is the very most important thing to do next. What is the highest priority? Instead of looking at the whole picture and just being stuck in that mental conflict, the blindfold again, right? In a state of confusion, not knowing which way to go. Instead, take the blindfold out and say, okay, I have these 8 swords. What has the highest priority? Pluck that sword out. Do the very next right thing with it. When that is done, okay, now I have 7 swords. Which one is the next? And that's how you're going to have forward movement through this. Instead of being stuck and wasting days, hours, weeks, who knows how long it is in this energy, okay? So, how you are showing up in this reading is card 11 of the Major Arcana. This is the Justice card. And this is saying win-win. Karma coming out on the right side of whatever, however it needs to be balanced. You see these scales here. This card is ruled by Libra, another air sign, if that means anything. So it's like truths coming out. Truths, yes. Get that heart center. Make the right decision for the truth of your forward action, okay? So you are in this environment of, you know, having this win-win situation coming out on your side, provided that you do the due diligence, okay? Now, what is in your environment and how that is affecting you, okay? We have card 14 of the Major Arcana. This is the Temperance card. This card is ruled by our fiery Sagittarius. But what this is saying that in your environment and how that is supporting you or affecting you is balance, harmony, patience, okay, Aquarius? Slow and steady, you know, sometimes is what it takes to win the race. So tempering and being patient and being gentle with yourself, you're going to make the forward action because here we have balance and harmony that is supporting you. I love it. Okay, now in your hopes, dreams, and fears, we have card 2 of the Major Arcana. So we have a lot of Major Arcana here, which means universal energy helping, supporting, guiding you. Embrace it. This here is the High Priestess. This is about truths and secrets, getting tapped into that. This card is ruled with the Moon and Cancer. Highly intuitive card, okay? That getting the heart center, that going in, that listening to the inner guidance here. You know, that getting grounded and one with your most truest inner self is what this card is talking about. So I strongly feel that that's a lot of your work here, is that inner guidance, that inner connection, getting that intuitive listening where we have to quiet our mind so we can hear the real soft guidance and whispers. We can't hear that when we're in this state of confusion, when we're in this state of being paralyzed in mental conflict, okay? So that is your work, Aquarius. Now, what we have as the possible outcome is the Five of Swords. And I'm going to get a clarifier on this because this can be the card of winning the battle, losing the war. So kind of like status quo. But they're definitely, I'm feeling like you're going to get the possible outcome of having a different perspective on the situation, which allows you to change. This is more air energy. So this has to do with intellect, ideas, thoughts, communication, that kind of thing, right? So this is assessing the situation and you, Aquarius, getting and gaining that new perspective that is going to help you forward to make the shifts, make the choices, take on this new physical reality so it benefits you how it should, okay? Because that's what it's about. Now, I'm asking Spirit for a couple cards of clarification for this Five of Swords as a possible outcome so I can give you some more information with that, okay? Beautiful. Okay, so I put down 3 cards, and what we have here is, like I'm saying, you're going to get that new perspective, okay? We have the Queen of Swords, who is blunt, strategic, on point, has no time for, the BS, cuts it out. So there is our Queen of Swords. Next, you have the Nine of Cups, which is emotional contentment, being able to have that wish fulfillment, manifesting, creating, throwing your desires out to the universe, being thankful for the things that you have and creating more. And then what we have is this beautiful 10 of Pentacles, which is talking about accomplishment, happy home, happy life, a happy outcome, okay? A happy outcome that is abundant, that is like legacy, that is has to do with the physical realities and abundance and happiness and accomplishment. So beautiful. Gaining that new perspective is strongly what I said. And then having these cards come out to talk about abundance, wish fulfillment, and that beautiful clarity. You're on your way, Aquarius. Now, I'm going to pull one card for additional messages, guidance, or advice for this reading and Aquarius. Thank you. And we have awakening. It says, a temporary pause for reflection and insight, which I was talking about with our High Priestess, an awakening where you see things in a whole new light. Remember that new perspective I was talking about. Embrace your own uniqueness and charitable actions. This is equivalent to the Hanged Man in Tarot and talks about a pause, getting quiet to get that inner guidance and clarity and new perception. So definitely more layerings of basically this reading and what it was I was talking about. Now, this is what your angels want you to know. And we have anxiety. Well, we definitely had some anxiety cards here, right? So let's see what your angels want you to know. It says, we surround you with the healing light of amethyst. Take a deep breath and breathe in this beautiful violet light. Feel your anxiety, melting away. There is nothing to fear. There is only love. Only love. Beautiful. Okay. Now, think of your question. I am going to pull you a card with an answer, Aquarius. And we have get more information. Okay, Aquarius, beautiful reading. I hope there is something in this reading that helps you shift and navigate this week through whatever the energies you are going through, helping you stay aligned, making progress forward. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.